enthusiasm. Let's take it back, guys, to June. Can you imagine being one of those 475 kids down at that satellite camp in Alabama? 13 to 17-year-olds. Coach Harbaugh says, gentlemen, we're going to play a little football, and we're going shirts and skins, and I'm a skin. Can you imagine those kids going, oh my God, where do I sign up to play for this guy? Unbelievable. Let's talk just a second about recruiting. Can you imagine selling or trying to recruit against Harbaugh? Let's kind of think about that junior and senior in high school. That kid's there with his parents, and he's got all the bigs coming after him. You got Michigan, you got Ohio State, you got Alabama, and you got Michigan State. Harbaugh is the first one in. He says, son, I want you to think 4 or 5 years from now, what do you dream about doing, coach? Someday I'd like to maybe have a chance to play in the NFL. Well, son, let me tell you, I played 14 years. I coached the last 4 Super Bowl, 2 national championship games. And son, I quarterbacked in 1986, the Michigan team to a Big Ten championship. I was first team, I was third team academic All-American. I was first team All-American. And more importantly, son, if you pick Michigan, you'll have an opportunity to get a diploma from one of the finest academic institutions in the United States of America. Just think about it. And the next coach in comes Nick Saban. And you say, hey, Nick, how many years did you play? I didn't play, son. You ever coach? I coached 2 years in the mid-90s for Miami. They fired me. And how about D'Antonio and Urban Meyer? Neither played nor coached at the professional level. So as Harbaugh would say, D'Antonio and Urban Meyer, get in the back seat, buckle your seatbelt. There's a new sheriff in town, and I'm driving the car. You know, we're going to take 2 minutes on Mark D'Antonio. I don't get it. Sparty's all excited 6 out of the last 7 years. They're going off on all these things. He's 11-2 the last 2 years. 2 bowl games. The man still has a scowl. I don't get it. Let me tell you something. His worst nightmare just became a reality when Brother Hackett brought Brother Harbaugh back. D'Antonio's going to realize come October 17th in Ann Arbor, Harbaugh's going to say, D'Antonio, we're going to war. I wore the jock. I played in this game in the mid-'80s. You don't know what this is all about, Mark D'Antonio. And if we go back, hold on a sec. If we go back over the years, Michigan started playing Michigan State in 1898. They played 102 games. Michigan winning 68. I'm not good at math. That's 65%. So again, when you're thinking, who is the finest football team in the state of Michigan right now? You're exactly right. And I want to touch one more quick thing before I bring a special player up here. I want to tell you, my old boy is up there. He's up there, and I feel that spirit. He's up there, and he's up there with Yost and Fritz and Don Canham and Bo Schembechler and Dr. Pedersen and Benny Usserman, and they're feeling the love, and they're going to shoot the love down to all of us this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I want to ask you all 2 simple questions. Number 1, down deep in your heart, who is the finest college football coach in America today? Who? Who is not only the winningest, but who has the richest and the deepest tradition of any team in America today?
Michigan!
Who?
Michigan!
Well, you know what? I want to join with all of you, and we're going to come together, and we're going to sing the finest college fight song ever written. The Michigan Victors. 1, 2, 3. Hail to the victors, valiant! Hail to the conquering heroes! Hail! Hail to Michigan, the leaders and best! Hail to the victors, valiant! Hail to the conquering heroes! Hail! Hail to Michigan, the champions of the West! I now have the opportunity to bring up a former player. This guy, when I was talking to Brother Harbaugh back in April, he gave me a story I want to share with you. Back in the mid-'70s, when Jack was the assistant coach under Bo, Jimmy used to spend a lot of time in the locker room and around the field. Jimmy told me he used to go in the locker room after practice and he'd grab all the wristbands and he'd take them home and he'd take it from his mom, the permanent marker, and he put on number 7 and he took them back to all of his boys at Tappan Junior High School. He told them, "These are all Leach's wristbands, boys." They loved it. Jimmy Harbaugh had a hero, and he's going to come up in just a second. Bo Schembechler said, "This young man is the finest athlete I coached in Michigan, and he was one of my father's favorite." So I want you to join with me when I bring up right now the guts and glue of the Mason Blue, number 7, Ricky Leach.
Rick the Beach Leach.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I tell you, I'm so blessed and so grateful to be here today. Starting in December, so many things changed. And from that day, I said from the time, I wanted to thank President Slissel for allowing Jim to take over, to come in, to help, and hopefully deliver us what he brought back to us. And God bless him for that. But I just thought about it. The first thing I wanted to tell everybody today, how about Tom Brady?